2025 turned into a graveyard for Hollywood romances. It was not just one or two pairs, but a chain of breakups that kept dominating the spotlight and leaving fans speechless. Watching it unfold, I kept asking myself if any love story can truly survive under this kind of pressure. Now, I am taking you through the most talked about celebrity splits of the year, the ones that shook the public the hardest. The fairy tale of Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom ends. For years, Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom looked like one of Hollywood's brightest success stories. Their romance stretched across public highs, a heartfelt engagement, and the joy of welcoming their daughter Daisy. Many fans believed marriage would be the next natural step, creating a picture of long-lasting stability. That is why the announcement of their breakup in 2025 left so many stunned. Reports from major outlets including People and the Daily Mail confirmed the separation. Both stars remained relatively quiet on details, but insiders pointed to conflicting schedules and growing apart as the main reasons. The glamorous couple, who once lit up red carpets with charm and affection, suddenly represented another broken promise in the celebrity world. I must say, it feels disappointing to watch this end. People rooted for their journey, and many admired how they balanced fame with family life. Their story shows how even the most magical-looking partnerships can reach a painful conclusion. Marriage of Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson collapses. The news of Jessica Simpson and Eric Johnson ending their marriage in July 2025 caught many by surprise. Their relationship was often celebrated as one of the more grounded unions in Hollywood. Together for over a decade, the pair built a family with 3 children and were frequently praised for keeping their bond strong, despite the pressures of fame. Court filings cited differences that could not be resolved, and the divorce quickly became one of the most talked about topics in entertainment news. Fans expressed sadness online, with many recalling Simpson's own words about how her family meant everything to her. Seeing that promise of stability break apart left followers feeling like they lost faith in what seemed to be one of the rare, strong marriages in celebrity life. This separation shows that even relationships with years of history and shared experiences can face deep struggles. Love stories admired from afar do not always survive behind closed doors. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren separate after long run. Jessica Alba and Cash Warren always gave the impression of a steady partnership. Married for over 15 years, they raised 3 children together and built businesses that carried their image of teamwork. Fans saw them as proof that a Hollywood marriage could stand the test of time. When news surfaced in 2025 that the couple had quietly separated, many could not believe it. The announcement marked one of the most surprising stories of the year. The two had often shared glimpses of family life that seemed warm and genuine. Yet, their decision to part ways highlighted once again how public appearances rarely reflect private struggles. From my experience watching celebrity culture unfold, this only reinforces the idea that the strongest-looking bonds may carry hidden challenges. Among all the celebrity breakups this year, theirs stood out for the sheer shock factor. Supporters who once admired their stability were left heartbroken. Reality television couples could not hold on. Breakups were not limited to big Hollywood stars. Reality television also witnessed its share of heartbreak in 2025. Grant Ellis and Juliana Pasquarosa, who rose to fame on Married at First Sight, announced their split after months of speculation. Fans who watched their relationship develop on screen felt disappointed, as many believed they had found lasting love. The year also saw Ekin-Su and Curtis Pritchard part ways. Their relationship gained heavy media attention and drew in audiences curious about whether they would endure beyond the spotlight. Unfortunately, the pressures of public life proved too heavy. I feel that fans often forget how exhausting constant attention can be for couples in reality television. While the excitement of television romances begins with passion and applause, the challenge of sustaining them in everyday life often becomes too much. These stories added another layer of sadness to the breakup wave of 2025. Sports and music worlds face heartbreaks too. The year was not only difficult for Hollywood actors, but also for stars in sports and music. Naomi Osaka and Corday decided to part ways after trying to balance busy careers with raising their daughter. Osaka spoke openly about shifting her focus back to tennis while also committing to co-parenting in a healthy way. Fans respected her honesty and maturity in handling the situation. Another couple that ended their relationship was Shamar Moore and Jessary Dizon. Their split was handled quietly, with both emphasizing their dedication to raising their child together. Unlike the dramatic separations often tied to celebrities, this breakup reflected a more practical and thoughtful approach. These examples highlight how co-parenting has become a strong theme in 2025 breakups. Rather than public fights, more celebrities are choosing respect and responsibility. It shows a new side to celebrity culture, where family commitments often take priority even when love ends. When work and fame create distance. Careers often push relationships to breaking points, and this year showed how demanding schedules left lasting damage. Sydney Sweeney ended her engagement to Jonathan Davino, with sources pointing to her growing career responsibilities as the main cause. The split was disappointing for fans who hoped her love life would stay steady amid her rising fame. Another headline came when Dakota Johnson and Chris Martin separated after years together. They had managed to keep their relationship relatively private, but insiders said work commitments and time apart became too difficult to overcome. It feels clear that the spotlight and constant work obligations make even strong relationships fragile. I believe constant attention from media, combined with pressure to succeed, are some of the hardest tests for celebrity couples. These two breakups reflect how chasing professional dreams often pulls partners in different directions, making personal bonds harder to protect. Legal filings and irreconcilable differences trend. Court documents in 2025 gave a clear picture of how many relationships officially ended. Zach Gilford and Keila Sanchez filed for divorce, citing irreconcilable differences after more than a decade together. Fans who followed their work and personal life were saddened to see their story close in such a formal way. Denise Richards and Aaron Pfeiffer's also announced the end of their marriage under the same legal reason. The couple had been together through many ups and downs, but their filing confirmed that they could no longer find common ground. The phrase irreconcilable differences has become common in divorce cases, but behind it often lies deep emotional struggles that are never fully shared publicly. This trend kept entertainment media constantly reporting, showing how even familiar legal terms represent very real heartbreaks in the personal lives of stars. Why 2025 feels like another heartbreak wave. Looking at the pattern of breakups this year, it almost felt like a continuation of the storm that began in 2024. Fans were already familiar with the wave of separations, and then 2025 arrived with its own string of heartbreaks. Couples from every corner of the spotlight faced painful decisions, from long-term actors to athletes and even music stars. The variety made it seem like no part of celebrity culture was untouched. Media quickly labeled it as another season of heartbreak, creating constant headlines. As a result, many fans began asking whether long-lasting love can truly survive under the weight of fame. With so many breakups shaping the year, the idea of stability in celebrity life looked more uncertain than ever before. These stories show how 2025 became one of the most emotional years for celebrity relationships, proving that fame does not protect anyone from heartbreak. Which breakup shocked you the most, and what topic would you like us to cover in the next video? Share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss updates on Hollywood's ever-changing stories.